Yeah, she's just... She go eat your camera, Brian. Jasmine, what are you thinking? Look at that black mama mouth. That's beautiful. Get that camera. I'm going to bite that camera. You're such a pretty girl with such a bad attitude.
She's going to get yours now.
That's all right. It's not all right. I don't want her breaking her teeth out, but she's just trying to intimidate us. That's all. This is what you go through when they're babies. They realize they can't threaten you and intimidate you, then they quit doing it. Chewy was horrible. Oh my gosh. She just stood up to go after you again, April.
Did she?
Look at her. April's too far away for you to strike her. You're silly. Jasmine, stop. Stop it. Quit that. You're being silly now. What a goofball. Jasmine. Oh, you're going to attack my camera. Look at that black in her mouth. She's just beautiful. Jasmine. What? What up? She's holding that mouth open, too. Think you got a friend there, huh?
Yeah, that's for sure. He's my friend. He's not going anywhere now.
Nope.
He doesn't seem to want to, at least.
No, he won't. You know, that's the thing. People look at your snake, since they're big, they automatically think they're obese or overfed. And
I mean, that's I thought that. He was huge. He was a big snake. He was like solid muscle, though. It's crazy.
Yeah, none of mine are overfed. If anything, people think they're underfed, because I don't give them rabbits and pigs and shit, but I've never done that. I saw no reason to. If they do good on rats, why graduate them to something bigger? Can you imagine how massive they'd be if they were eating rabbits?
These things are huge. It's a big snake.
Friendly too, huh?
Nah, he seems pretty defensive right now. I think he's stressing out.
Yeah, he's sizing you up to eat you.
He's gonna strike at me any minute. I can just see.
He's gonna size you up for dinner. That's what he's doing. He's measuring you. You just can't see his tape measure.
I keep tickling his side to see if he's gonna, just because he's been sitting still for so long. It's like, it's incredible.
He'll sit there with you all day. All of my snakes are like that. Spoiled a little bit. Just a little bit.
He's cool.
You can definitely tell a difference in a snake that's been worked with and one that hasn't, very easily.
Yeah, he's definitely been acclimated to human contact. There's no doubt about that.
You'll be lucky if you can get him off of you. Chewy's the same way. He pitches a little temper tantrum when I put him back in there. Yeah. They're all very friendly. I've had guys say, "Lady, you got more balls than most men I ever met." And I'm like, why? They're friendly. They're calm. What? It doesn't take anything special. Just work, time, dedication. Down for the count, both of them. That's so cute.
Jaegers will be running defense for them. Well, we were the resistance. Why don't you get some of that bag?
Nah, I think that's an exception.
Maybe. You might be right. You might have a point. Fresh babies, we get the pass on that angle.
Yeah.
What's up, bud? You ready to come out and be a movie star? He's like, I already am a movie star, dude. Where you been?
He needs his own YouTube channel. Everybody loves Chewy.
Chewy.
He's got so many fans that send me. I've got blankets for him. I've got pictures. I've got paintings for him. Oh, just so much stuff.
Come over this way, bud. I could open that side, but you could easily come over this
Tap
way.
him. He'll figure out where you are.
Yeah, I've been petting him.
A lot of people didn't realize that snakes can't see glass. They can't see the physical structure of glass. Nosey and Grumpy taught me that in their outdoor cage. Because they'd chase the birds and squirrels. They'd come up to the windows and they'd headbutt it. They could see it moving, but they couldn't get to it because they didn't see the glass. They can see what's moving on the other side of it, but they can't see the glass itself. There's that big ham. Here's my big hand. Oh, headbutt me.
Look at that guy. What's up, dude? Are you gonna poop on me? Nah.
Nah, he's got a hormone issue tonight.
If it goes, I'll make sure to point it at Mama.
Child, you have no idea how many times he's left sperm plugs on the side of my pants legs. I got him in videos even. I'm like, Chewy, I'm the wrong species.
How many do you have? How many snakes do you have?
At my house, I've got about 60 snakes or so at the house right now. I just had 2 clutches hatch out, so that added to the number a little bit.
He's a lover.
How many do you get out of a clutch, or how many do you lose in a clutch?
I haven't. Well, my very first clutch was pretty bad, so I only got 1 snake survived out of that clutch. My very first one, but that was most likely more my fault, I think, potentially.
How do these guys do it in the wild then? If they're out there and there's nobody.
Well, they know what to do in the wild. The mom will wrap them up and keep them at the proper temperature and humidity, you know.
I showed you how they shake and vibrate to warm them up.
But after that first clutch, I've had all the rest of the clutches. I've had 100%.
Really?
Hatches.
It was just a
survival,
bad
yeah.
pregnancy like Jade had. Out of your control, really.
It's so many different colors now. It's like, wow. Are the shows getting bigger and bigger?
There's some big shows.
Really?
There's some real big shows. The one I'm going to in Chicago this next weekend coming up is a lot of.
Tinley?
Yeah, Tinley is
Yeah.
one of the bigger shows in the country.
How many booths? What are you talking? Something?
Probably a couple hundred,
Wow.
I think. That's a wild stab in the dark. I mean, there could be more. There could
I'd
be
say
less.
it's pretty
Do you
accurate.
get to go around and see everything, or no?
You can try. I can try. But
Really?
but especially with that show, it's like
Because you know
seeing
people, so you got to
So you have
stop
to
and.
stop and talk, and especially that show in particular for me is like all about networking with people at that show. So I mean I won't even see a quarter of all the booths at that show.
Chewy.
Crazy stuff. But he keeps and breeds carpet pythons.
Yeah, he's got some beautiful snakes.
Where you going, bud? Out and around?
Can you surf in the water?
I can surf.
Can you?
Yeah.
What's harder, snowboarding or surfing?
I would say surfing is.
Really?
It depends if you're not used to it. I mean, if it's just a little more unnatural. 'Cause
Brian,
you're on the water.
Put
You
your
know?
hand between him and your neck. They've been raised that way.
Oh, okay. You mean like?
Just put your
Right
hand
here?
up, no, from the bottom up. Okay, keep it there. They know not to tighten up when you do that. They've been taught that.
Be really embarrassing here. Well, I saw him sitting there, and then the next minute, everybody knew how to swim.
He knows Chewy. They're all right.
I'm not sure that they require you to
No,
swim to graduate high school at this point. I don't know.
it's a shame
Brian,
because
look.
it's something that can probably 90% of it could be prevented.
He's trying to get Chewy to come play with him.
He's not going to bap him in the head.
No, Lily does it. He'll reach for him, but usually keeps his nails in with Chewy. After he scared the shit out of him the other night and he jumped up in the air off the love seat, I'm not sure how he feels about him now.
Ding, 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 ding.
He's always over there at that vent flirting with Chewy.
What is the age bracket of the most popular with the snakes? You know, the people. What age is it?
Oh, that's.
Is it younger, older, medium?
The experienced ones, definitely. The better caliber of people are ones that have a lot of years behind them and experience. And
No, but what are you seeing at the trade shows when? Who do you see there wandering
a
around?
lot of kids.
Yeah, but 20s, 30s. That's the majority. I guess would be like 20s and 30s. I suppose.
Really?
20s. But I think that's true of most things. Maybe like if you go to a trade show, or maybe not trade show, but if you go to like a. It's a tough question. It's pretty broad. I mean, you got a good age range. I mean, you got everything from little kids to older folks. You know,
Really?
Yeah, you do. maybe I'm just saying 20s and 30s because that's in the middle
Well,
of
no,
everybody that's there.
I don't think you see a lot of people saying, "Hey, I'm going to get my first snake in
Oh,
the
yes, you
70s." You know,
Sure you do.
the crazy thing is these guys are going to outlive most of the. So you got to, you know, so it's like a turtle there. How long do they live?
Yeah, not quite as extreme as turtles, or tortoises for sure, but yeah, they definitely have a long
So
lifespan.
you'd have to make provisions there as you get older. You know,
Sure.
who's gonna?
Yeah, definitely. I saw some folks get a baby ball python recently. Must have been at least 50 something.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I have a trust fund set up for my snakes. Whoever takes them gets the money to take care of them. It's the least you can do.
What's up, bud?
Well, yeah, you're right, Carla. You're their family. You were, you know.
It would kill them if they had to be caged all the time.
These guys are pretty social.
Yeah, once the fear, but anybody that Carla's had around here, especially the males, they're all scared of the snake. I admit the first time I was a little nervous, but I wasn't, you know. You pick up the paper, the local paper, and the obituary is nobody's been
Eaten by a
constricted.
snake.
Well, he got constricted today, but he.
Yeah, the list of people that have been killed by a non-venomous snake is pretty short.
Yeah.
Pretty short list.
But what's the percentage of people that have the venomous snakes? Is it?
Far less than those that have non-venomous
Oh, yeah,
snakes.
I would assume that.
Far
yeah.
less.
You can go back in if you want to. He will if he wants to. He'll go back in.
I personally will probably never keep a venomous snake.
I miss mine. My first
Well,
one.
you've got kids, though, right?
I do.
Yeah, I would be.
Well, definitely.
Maybe
definitely
you
not
can
with
handle
kids.
them, but you know you're.
I've handled venomous snakes and stuff, but I don't think I'd want to keep one.
My first one when I was 14 was a water moccasin. I kept him for a year and then released him. Never struck at me once. You going back in your house?
Looks like it. Later, dude.
It's got to be neat, though. You turned a hobby into a business.
Yeah, I mean, it still feels very much like a hobby. The videos are what have become more the business side of it. That's where, you know, I don't make any.
How big is your following?
It's not that big, but
Yes, it
the right
is.
people, I think.
Yeah, you got a nice following. Decent people. Well, he had
the
his
big thing
fix.
is you're educating people. That's.
Yep. Chewy had his fix. He's going in, going to bed now.
Later, dude.
You ever seen anything like these guys?
Sleep tight.
Pretty amazing, aren't they? There's that tail up in the air again.
Do you get that jet lag from flying so much?
Not really. I think I had jet lag once in my life. I don't remember where that was or why. I've traveled around the world a few times, and I don't really get jet lag.
I got jet lag trying to find her.
I usually hit the ground running, almost literally.
Yeah, but you're on one time zone and you're flying into another time
Yeah,
zone.
you just jump into it, like you just go to bed whenever. Well, I mean, we got here last night and
8. Picked out. We were up till 3:30.
I just jump on whatever time schedule it is that I'm jumping into. Whatever it is, I just go with it. But I was a touring musician for 10, 12 years.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, so that's
really?
like that.
What do you play?
Right there in the band, I play drums.
Did you?
Most of the time, yeah. Sometimes I'd jump on guitar or keyboards if it was necessary, but definitely drums the majority of the time.